Okay, so why do the best cold callers sound like shit? So there was a post on Friday with a cold caller, and he shared his call live. Everybody was making fun of his voice. His voice sounded to me, the best way to describe it is the way you talk to someone when you're playing a video game and you're also on the phone. You're like, hello, this is me. We don't know each other, but so he sounded objectively bad. Like if there was a movie about cold calling, he didn't sound like George Clooney or Vin Diesel or Ben Affleck or Leo or any of those great cold calls we've seen in the movies. But he got the meeting. Now on our team, we have another caller who's been with us for about a year, and he's booked over 500 meetings. Like really incredible guy, he gets great results, and he started to have a slump, and nobody understood why, so they didn't know what to tell him. And he even had a really good call with a lead that lasted 30 minutes and it resulted in a no show. A no show like that is so painful for a caller because it's like they were lying to you for 30 minutes. It's like finding out the girl you had a huge crush on and talked to you for 30 minutes didn't like you at all and was just using you or just being nice. It's a really terrible feeling. So I asked the team what to do. So the team asked me what to do, what was going on. And I told them when I was growing up, there was a song by this band called Vertical Horizon. I don't know if you guys remember. I might be too old. So the song is like, he's everything you want. He's everything you need. He's everything inside you that you wish you could be. He says all the right things at exactly the right times, but he means nothing to you and you don't know why. So we all feel like this at one time or another. Maybe we finally go out with our dream girl, we find out she wasn't what we were expecting. We become millionaires, we find out that our allergies are even worse now. There's something off putting, almost disgusting about perfection. And we're even more sensitive to it in the age of AI, where we can sort of dream up these perfect women with fat deposits that would be impossible without extensive surgery. So we want perfection, but then we get it and we don't even feel anything. So the perfect thing doesn't feel like anything. And deep down, we don't believe that the perfect person could ever understand us with all of our flaws. That's why the lead didn't show up. The call was perfect, but he didn't feel anything. So why did the caller that I used in the earlier example, I'm going to find him and link him. I just forgot his name. So the example that I gave you guys of playing video games while cold calling is what I used to do to book more meetings than all the other salespeople. So I was working for my family, the business wasn't going well, and my parents were going through a horrific divorce that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. When I would play like Tetris or something and talk to people on the phone, I was just distracted enough that I wasn't focused on like the end result and I could just talk to people. So ideally in sales, you actually don't need the money. It's good. Like the best way to get better in sales is just to get rich. But if you do need the money, it's good to find an outlet like this. You will sound worse, but you'll perform better. I feel like my team's going to watch this and they're all going to start playing video games. Don't do that, guys. One of the best things a caller can do is allow himself to mess up and say, "Hey, it's my first month. You know, healthcare is hard." People love that. There's a Frank Herbert quote on perfection that I really love. I hate sharing long quotes, but this one is so good. He's like, there is in all things a pattern that is part of our universe. It has symmetry, elegance, and grace. These qualities you find always that the true artist captures. You can find it in the turning of the seasons, the way sand trails along a ridge, in the branch clusters, or the pattern of leaves. We try to copy these patterns in our lives and in our society, seeking the rhythms, the dances, the forms that comfort. Yet it's possible to see peril in the finding of ultimate perfection. It's clear that the ultimate perfection contains its own fixity. In such perfection, all things move towards death. So, what does it mean? The truth is that perfection is a form of retirement. Perfection is a form of death. Real life is messy. We can gloss over all of our cold calls, all of our workouts, all of our sales meetings, all of our fulfillment, and we can glom it into some abstraction like monthly recurring revenue or VO2 max or real age versus biological age. But all these are ultimately meaningless. What matters is the quality of the effort if you are at your edge. So if you have an Olympic high jumper and they want to make it look easy, all they do is they take themselves to 80% of their limit. You jump over a couple cars, everybody's amazed. It looks perfect, but he also isn't pushing himself So he slowly starts to degrade. My favorite sales book by Roger Dawson, it's about this thing. He says the biggest obstacle to every sale is the indifference of the salesperson. When you put sincere effort in, your calls are always going to dance on the edge of failure. People can feel that you're trying, that you care about the game. Real life is messy, and it's as different from perfection as a college basketball game is from the Harlem Globetrotters. One is real, the other is a show. So give yourself permission to mess up, trade perfection for sincerity, stop acting, and start pushing, and then you'll get the results you want. So I hope this was helpful. Have a great day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.